All right, we're recording. Can you hear the music?
No.
I'm Noah Olmdick. This is Movie Goblins, the podcast where the spoilers are always on the table, except in this case, for example, because I believe we're going to be talking about some relatively new movies that haven't been out for a month. So,
but everyone's seen them.
But everybody's seen them because they all decided to see it on the same day.
By the way, I'm just Ben. Where I see love, she sees a friend. What will it take for her to see the man behind the tan and fat for me? I'm just Ben, and so am I. Put your greasy hand in mine. Hey, check me out. I'm just Ben. I've been thinking of that joke ever since I saw the movie for this podcast.
Oh, really?
It's like, my name.
You whipped it out at the last second. You whipped it out just at the right moment.
Yeah, it's like, my name rhymes with Ken. It's the perfect.
You can't talk about a life of blonde fragility, though.
I'm gonna dye my hair.
Please don't.
But
well, I mean, if it's up to you, man.
Nah, I don't want to be blonde.
Okay.
Blonde.
I get that. I'm a sandy blonde, so it's natural.
Well, sandy blonde's different than Ken blonde.
Yeah, Ken blonde.
Ken blonde
different.
Scares me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no.
So yeah,
it's genetic mutation.
This is a bit of a different episode because we're talking about movies that, for one, the latest movie the movie that I have not seen in the longest time, I saw back in June. So it's gonna take a little bit for me to recollect what exactly happened, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's fine.
So this is a special episode.
Yeah.
So here's a little backstory. Over the summer, we've always met up, and every time we're gonna do 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. We're gonna record 2, man. And we watch the movies for 1 episode. We go,
yeah.
Watching 6 movies in a row is a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
So this time we're okay, we're gonna do an experiment. This is the experimental episode. So the idea is that we're gonna talk about movies we've seen already, but not movies that we want to watch with the other person. No. So this film we're doing Guardians Trilogy. We're doing all 3. Because we've both seen them, and yet there's films I like. One thing I love about our podcast is that we do it together. Mm-hmm. So every time I look over looking at you is he liking it? Oh God, he's not liking it. Oh God, no, he's gonna cancel the podcast. He hates me. No.
And then we record. I'm like, oh, I liked it, or I didn't like it so much. With such a beautiful
dick figures.
What was that?
Dick figures.
Dick figures.
Yeah. So and then that was the plan. But then we both saw Barbenheimer. And let's talk about Barbenheimer.
Okay. Well, I feel first we have to get into the lore of just how this came to be. So it's this
World War II.
They basically it's just I don't know when it started up. Maybe this year when the year began or something. But it started I don't know, maybe March or April or sometime around that time where people were getting hyped up that it was that both movies are coming out on the same day.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, you know.
Well, because I know the trailers came out relatively around the same time. Mm-hmm. And I remember for a while people were scared because Warner Brothers owns the film of Barbie. Mm-hmm. I heard rumors that they were going to change the date to move it forward from Oppenheimer. People were like, no, the meme, no.
Yeah, people were like, oh my God, the meme is so cool. It's so dang.
So I think someone decided to keep it. Uh-huh. And then both films exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the lore. That's
the lore, basically. But yeah,
it's just a happy accident.
Happy accident. Now, Mattel is making a bunch of movies based on their products. They didn't learn the actual lesson, feminist filmmaking.
I'm gonna put a gun in my mouth.
Yeah,
real quick.
No, they think it's popular because it's a toy. No, it's because it's feminist filmmaking.
And Greta Gerwig.
It speaks to half the fucking population of the earth. That's why.
And also the fact it was made with passion and love.
Yeah.
Because Greta Gerwig wanted to make it.
You can't make somebody want to make the.
But we're gonna make the Lena Dunham film with Polly Pocket. That's not a joke either.
Oh God.
Lena Dunham's making a Polly Pocket movie.
God damn it. Does Mattel what else does Mattel own?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. They're gonna make a Hot Wheels movie
with Zack Snyder.
Oh God.
Maybe that'd be
That'd be something, man.
I'd be fine if they just let the filmmakers do whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly. Let them do
Like
whatever
with
the
this,
fuck they want.
Like, I'm gonna make Hot Wheels, but it's gonna be like Fast and Furious. Or I'm trying to think. Mattel, they own that. They own Polly Pocket. They own a lot of. I mean, I'm trying. What else? I don't know. They own a bunch of shit that no one wants to see as movies.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
They're gonna make it movies.
And then they.
Well, we've done the wrong thing. We failed.
And then some like a company tried to do Paramount, I think, tried to like make it like Saw Patrol, where they like moved. Now they're trying to do the same thing with like Paw Patrol and Saw 10, where they're trying to like. It's not so fucking stupid. It's so awful.
I think he's got a migraine.
I feel like this like it boils down to one question: which one did you see first, Ben?
I saw Oppenheimer first.
Okay, I saw Barbie first.
Yeah, because I was so the day I saw it, I think I saw it 2 weeks ago. My mom and her friends wanted to see Barbie because my mom grew up with Barbie. She was very excited.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna see Oppenheimer around noon, and I'll see Barbie that night.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did it because I feel like I just get depressed if I saw Oppenheimer.
I love
the second time.
It left me like a lingering. Oppenheimer definitely depressed me for a few days after.
It didn't depress me as much as I thought it would. Okay, which one do you prefer?
Oppenheimer.
Barbie for me.
Yeah, okay. So that's where it's going to be a good discussion because it's just like...
Let's start...
Trying to dissect... Which one would you like to start off with?
Ladies first?
Barbie, okay.
Yeah. This one was fucking awesome.
It's really fun. The color, the cinematography, everything about it is just... And also just like the charisma of the actors themselves is just wonderful.
Everyone had fun making it. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. I like how everybody has a favorite character, you know?
I mean, everyone's favorite is Ken.
Well, people like Alan, though. People like Alan.
Alan's good. All right. Here's the real question, though. Is this film anti-men?
It's not anti-men. It's pro-women.
I think he hates men, guys. I don't think he likes men at all. No. People think it's anti-men are dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb. They're honestly, like, it's like...
If they think that, then they didn't... Pay attention to Ken's story at all.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they didn't treat him like
it's anti-patriarchy.
It's anti-patriarchy. Yeah, it's showing that the patriarchy basically
corrupts
dumb
people.
It's negative towards everybody. It doesn't just hurt women. It hurts men as well.
Yeah. Also, I do like because I'm an idiot and so I'm on Twitter. I have a Twitter account. And
you're on an X account.
I hate myself. I hate my life.
Go on Threads, man. It's like Threads is okay. I haven't been on Threads that much.
I'm on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. It's
okay.
Dumb. I'm on Twitter just because there's like updates on shit and like fan art I like. But yeah. I saw a post on X. Oh fuck. Twitter, on Twitter, where like it was some guy was like, "This is not what the patriarchy is. It's not this shallow." It's like. Yeah, it's because it's Ken's understanding of patriarchy from like a billboard.
Yeah,
he saw like
he thought it was about horses. Do you not understand the point?
And like dude bros.
Yeah, dude bros. Exactly.
Are you really gonna send me a message now? Oh, my weekly screen time. Fuck you.
I got that same thing too.
Fuck off. I'm gonna turn my phone off.
Okay.
God damn it. Yeah, it was interesting because again, my mom she's a huge Barbie fan. So I remember after we got out, she was like, "Where's Skeeter?" And I was like, "Who?" It's Barbie's younger sister. She's always with Barbie. Where's Skeeter? I was like, "I don't know." Why?
Sounds like Mary Ann from like Gilligan's Island, you know?
I mean, yeah, because it's there's a joke in the film with like the weird Barbie that there's like
there's like a bunch of like weird Barbies
that never went anywhere,
like
like the pooping dog, which is a real thing.
Yes, yeah.
For some reason, or like the Barbie with like the screen on her chest, which is real. And like Sugar Daddy Ken.
Sugar Daddy Ken.
His dog's name is Sugar, so he's the daddy of Sugar.
Oh yeah, slip that pass.
I guess
a little bit. I guess everybody got it though.
I'm shocked that they got away with so much, like without Mattel just being pissed because they portray Mattel as idiots because of Will Ferrell. But you know what? Good on them for just saying whatever.
Whatever, fuck it, you know?
Like, we don't...
Because, like, the Mattel himself... Yeah, exactly. Because Mattel themselves is portrayed as, like, a bunch of, like... Incompetent dudes, you know?
They're all Will Ferrell.
Yeah, run by Will... Who's awesome in this movie, too.
Oh, my mom was dying at Will Ferrell.
I'm the son of a mother. I'm the mother of a son. I'm the nephew of a aunt person.
Yeah. Although, I have a theory that they were supposed to be the villains. But then Mattel said no.
So then Mattel said no.
Because one complaint I have with the movie is that there's no real
antagonist.
Villain. No, there's an antagonist. It's Ken.
It's Ken, yeah.
Technically. But like, there's no villain. There's no like person with real like evil agenda.
I don't think it needs.
It didn't need it, but my problem is that it felt like they were setting it up for me.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a scene where like they're trying to get. Because Ken goes back to Barbie World with patriarchy. God, this plot's weird. But then like the suits try to like go after, I guess, to stop him. But then they have a call like, "Sir, the new Ken house is selling like fucking insane
hotcakes."
Yeah, like, and I thought, oh, that's the villain because they're gonna go and like, because maybe like Barbie goes and almost convinces Ken, but then the suits are like, "No, Ken, you're better than Barbie," to get more money.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it's a little bit like the Lego movie where like everybody kind of like learns to...
It is basically the Lego movie.
It's basically the Lego movie.
Will Ferrell plays the same character.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
President Business.
President Business. Lord
Literally.
Business.
He has the same costume and everything.
Except he doesn't have like the big headpiece.
Yeah. The reason I say that is because it felt like the executives didn't really have a point. Because like they go to Barbie World and it's like they're there.
Yeah.
And they tickle each other. And then they make regular person Barbie. And that's it.
Yeah.
It was just there to have Will Ferrell be funny.
Oh, yeah.
But it felt like they were just setting up as like the villains. Because like, why...
For a while there, he was like...
well, they're trying to put her back in a box.
They're trying to... Yeah, I didn't get that at the time because I'm dumb. Yeah, put her in the box. Yeah.
Like, put her in the box of what... Which... It's actually a creepy scene because like the strap is like closing in.
And then she like clicked. Yeah.
One thing I thought was odd, my mom thought was odd, is that the real world is real aside from the Mattel building, which is a cartoon.
So I see that as I don't see it. Here's what I was worried about initially coming in because they're like when they're talking about having to go into the real world, it's like
right. Oh, it's that kind of movie.
It's like, oh no, it's gonna be that kind of movie. But it wasn't because it was still a heightened reality of the real world. You know?
It's
still stylized.
The moment they get there, someone slaps Barbie's ass.
Yeah,
it's like,
and like the Mattel building is like heightened reality. You know, it's like ultimate like conglomerate corporation, like Big Brother's watching type stuff. You know,
the boardroom is the Dr. Strangelove lamp, but a heart.
Yeah,
that was an actual like.
That's so funny.
Also, missed opportunity for a joke when he like slaps her butt. He should have hurt his hand because she's like a plastic doll. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
It's like, ow! It's like,
ow!
But, yeah, I mean, it felt... Because I know the rights were bought by Robbie, like her company, Margot Robbie. Like she owned the film rights. It's her company who's doing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then she went to Gerwig. Is like, can you write a movie and direct it? And then, from what I've heard from interviews, Gerwig got her partner, her I guess husband, but they're not married. Noah Baumbach.
Yeah, Noah Baumbach.
And like while they're writing, he goes, "Is this a Barbie movie?"
That's what. Yeah. It's like she was trying to like break out of that and just pretty much like try to say something under the guise of it being a pure Barbie movie, you know.
But it is a Barbie movie.
It is a Barbie movie, though. Yeah. But she's just trying to say a little bit more than like what a Barbie movie would let on. It's trying to say.
Because I at work I have a friend who's like into Barbie, and she was like, I don't know if I want to see this because it's like you know there's a bunch of CGI like straight to video Barbie movies.
Yeah.
Barbie the Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker. Yeah.
Barbie.
I remember watching those.
The Mermaid.
Yeah.
Where it's just like it's just the story but with Barbie.
Yeah.
But this is not that.
Oh no, this is definitely not that. No.
Yeah. It felt like. You know, there's a lot of like original stories, original characters, but you can do whatever. Like you can be creative with like
original property,
existing properties.
You just need to be
creative and also not have a corporation down your back.
Down your back, yeah.
I do know there's one scene where like Mattel's president flew out to the set and argued with Gerwig and Robbie.
Oh, really?
I don't know what scene it was, but there's one scene where like they were concerned because it felt not on brand.
Oh.
But then
there's
like
a lot of non-brand stuff for this, so it's a crapshoot for which one it was.
Yeah, but apparently like they had him like watch them film it, and then he was fine with it. So good on Mattel, I guess. Like you did good. You took the wrong lesson from this.
Took the wrong lesson.
But while you were trying to learn the lesson, you did a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's favorite character, I think, is Ken.
Yeah, everybody.
Ryan Gosling.
It's just like I come to like really like love that character.
Well, because
he's just great.
He's just a child.
Yeah,
like Ken,
he is.
I will say, there's one. Actually, I'll get to that later. But like with Ken, like even when he was like being a dick, but like, you never feel like he's being it to be like mean. He's like, especially the scene where, like, so, like, he has the Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Yeah, my Mojo Dojo Casa house, yeah.
And, like, actually, it's boys' night. Every night's boys' night. Which is just what she did earlier with the girls' night.
Yeah.
Which, I was like, okay, I think I know where this is going. Maybe. It wasn't, but...
Yeah. You thought it was going to become more malevolent? Or
no. Well, at first I was like, oh, is he going to be, like, the antagonist, like the villain? He wasn't, but like I thought it was gonna be like, because like the Kens are the women of the.
It was like when I thought Bing Bong was gonna be the antagonist of Inside Out.
Oh
yeah.
Oh
a
shit!
Bit like that,
That would be. Oh, that wouldn't really.
I'm glad he wasn't, but
right.
That's what I was expecting it to go.
Yeah, my one complaint is like, so the whole thing with the Kens is that they're basically like the women of the Barbie world. Where they're just the accessory, literally.
Yeah.
It's Barbie and Ken.
Barbie and Ken.
Like, the Kens just, like, the Kens don't have a house.
They
just,
literally
like,
don't have houses.
Like, where do they live? I don't
know.
So I thought the idea was that, like, at the end, the Kens would have been, like, treated better. But they weren't. like, after they lose power, they're like, no.
Returned around. Yeah, you will want there to be more, like, an equalization, basically.
Yeah, because it felt like that was what the film was going for.
Okay.
I mean, it's... I don't know, it just felt odd. And my thought was, like, Alan would be the new leader of the Kens.
Oh, okay.
Like, because, like, Alan is, like... First of all, he's described as Ken's best friend. Like, that was his original point of the doll, Alan. Like, he was Ken's friend. And also, random fact, I went down the Barbie rabbit hole after I saw it.
You did? Really?
Oh, God.
You seem to go, like, you went down the Pinocchio rabbit hole, you went down the Barbie rabbit hole.
I go down all the holes. But because, like, so in the film they talk about the pregnant Barbie.
Yeah.
That's Alan's wife.
Really?
That's Alan's kid in the lore of Barbie. In the extensive lore.
In the extensive lore of Barbie.
Yeah. But that's one, like, I wish they cared. This is fucking weird sounding, but they cared more about the lore of like what.
Yeah, they were like
they're using it as like a joke.
Yeah, filmmakers.
Yeah,
film goers. This has actually existed. They had to, like, break the fourth wall a few times. Just like making Margot Robbie the star of your movie. Kind of is the point. That was very. I mean,
funny.
It
was supposed to be Amy Schumer at one point.
Really?
Oh, did y'all know that?
Oh, that would have been awful.
Margot Robbie is friends with Amy Schumer, and like it was gonna be like an Amy Schumer comedy, which just like shat on the property, I guess, like just made fun of it.
Fuck, that would have been awful.
But then they're like, oh, we gotta get Greta Gerwig to do this. Someone who actually
we gotta get somebody with talent,
and someone who like likes and grew up with Barbie.
Because
like she was, but I am curious what that would have been though.
Oh God, I'm afraid.
I mean, I am too. But they're like, hey, I'm real Barbie, and I got Ryan Gosling to be my boyfriend because I'm spunky.
I hate Trainwreck.
I've never seen it.
It's so awful. It's a terrible movie.
I mean,
it's got I think it's got LeBron James in it. Just as,
it's
like Bill Hader's best friend or something.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but what the hell was I saying?
You were
the lore, right? The lore. It's just I felt like that could have been used because like if Alan became like the leader and like the actual friend of Ken again.
Yeah.
But like Alan he helps the Barbies win back Barbie World, and then he's just kind of there.
Okay.
Like he becomes Alan. Like at first, Alan is just like,
no,
I'm just
like-
kind of here.
Okay.
Alan's just there's only one of Alan.
I'm Alan.
Yeah, but
Hi,
like
Barbie.
Alan should have had a character arc where he
Okay.
should have been like, I'm the real what masculinity should be. I'm helpful. I can kick some ass when I want to, but I'm always there to help a friend. Kind of like
Yeah,
he's like the Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rod, okay.
But
But
Sarah.
it actually beats people up. I don't remember Mr. Rogers beating anybody up, but it's okay.
And also, while he's beating people up, he's saying like the Alan slogans, like "I'm Ken's best friend." That was
As he's beating up Ken's.
yeah. But I think it would have been good if Alan became like the Ken friend again.
Okay.
But what? It's
Yeah.
That's like it's not supposed to be that.
It's not. I don't think everything is supposed to be taken like literally in this case.
That's something like when I see a movie like this, I do like. Okay, so the plot is that someone's playing with Barbie, and they're making her like, think about death, get cellulite.
Yeah.
The worst things that could happen to anybody. So she goes to the real world to like cheer them up. Mm-hmm. She thinks it's the daughter.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's the daughter's mom. But like, who's playing with Ken?
Yeah, it's
Like-
it's not really like it's more or less Barbie's story. So I guess it's like
Yeah. But
no,
I thought Ken was weird because he had an arc, but I thought the arc would be.
I don't think there's like one specific. I think it's just like the fact that there's like in Barbie Land. It's not supposed to be taken literally.
I
so
know,
it's like,
but it's like
there's like one It's like when I watched like Us by Jordan Peele.
oh god.
When like that was not supposed to be taken literally, it's like where it's like tethered or like
But the
just
same thing
people
with
live
Us is
underground and
that
stuff.
they explain the rules enough where it's like
Okay,
because like in Us it's like clones underneath America and they have like their opposing human above and they kind of mimic.
Yeah.
In Barbie they explain the Barbies are played with by people and that like
But like there's like one stereotypical Barbie,
yeah.
But like if that were the case, there would be like hundreds of them because there's one for each person though. One for like each type of Barbie.
And I thought Ken was gonna be like because like the main lady's husband like the
Oh really?
okay, so she's like, "Oh no, we gotta tell Dad where we're going."
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it shows the dad like trying
Trying to learn Spanish.
He's like, he's kind of like adult a little bit. And I was like, "Oh, is the Ken representing him?" Kind of like. And I was like, "No."
Because here's the thing. No, like I don't think. Well, I'm not gonna like say this as like a general thing, but guys didn't buy like you said the Kens were accessories.
Yeah,
so they were played with by girls, know.
Ken was just to be the hot boyfriend.
Yeah, hot boyfriend, So that's what it really is. So nobody no guy really played with Ken. Well, in general sense.
Yeah.
Not to say that.
I mean, if you play with Barbie,
if you play with Ken or Barbie as a guy or a girl, it's no problem. I don't care.
my mom she told me after we saw the movie like. When I first had children, I was so sad I didn't have a daughter because I have a whole bin of Barbies. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Wait,
I disappointed
sorry to
you.
disappoint you so much, Mom.
But yeah, it's just the Barbie was so creative. The Ken dance sequence is the greatest thing
It's
ever.
the greatest thing. Yeah, honestly, that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I feel bad for saying
When
that.
I saw that, I was like, it was just like it lit me up so much.
The Kenergy.
I can't help it if it's the best part of the movie.
Well, it's just it comes out of no and like there's a great tribute to Singing in the Rain.
Oh yeah. Oh
where
really?
like they're all like on that big soundstage.
I've never seen Singing in the Rain, so I.
So like in that film, there's a scene where like the main couple are like dancing on this nice big stretch, and it's got like the same kind of lighting as their big like in the void dance, where it's like blue lights and pink lights. I think it was. I mean, it felt like one.
Felt like one. Okay.
I don't know. It's just a creative film, and I'm glad I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
I of course had to wear a pink wig because
my friends and I all wore black. Almost all wore like black.
You
we didn't
bastards.
we didn't even plan that out. We were just all wearing black shirts at the time. So
there's a girl in the theater who had like a wire crown of Barbie arms.
Oh really?
And I was like, that's badass.
This is what's cool is it brings out the creativeness in people.
Yeah. And the final joke in the film where like Barbie's toward the end of the film she becomes a real person. Like she decides to be a human.
Yeah.
and she goes into this. She has like a suit on. Like, oh, she's gonna get a job. She's gonna get her GED or whatever. I'm here to see the gynecologist, and it cuts the credits. I was not expecting that. That was great.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. It has something to say. It's got Ryan Gosling shirtless. It's got everything you want in a movie.
Got everything you want in a movie. I beach. I drive. I beach.
Oh, Ken, I'm gonna beat you off.
I'm gonna beat you off right here.
Oh god, and all the different.
What was this movie rated? Like PG-13?
Yeah, it's PG-13.
Okay, gotcha.
I feel like it had to be.
Yeah, it's a very solid PG-13.
Yeah, because I don't remember any like swear words.
No, not really.
I mean,
I don't remember any.
I mean, there's a lot of. Barbie does get her ass slapped.
Yeah.
And like, the great scene where it's like, excuse me, I don't have any genitals. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, whatever. Like the construction guys are like, oh, that's fine, whatever. And then Ken goes, well, I have all the genitals. It's just so silly. And it's just fun. Check it out.
Yeah.
What do you rate it?
I would rate it 4 stars.
I think.
And if you like it on Letterboxd, it's a pink heart.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I gave it either a 3.5 or a 4.
Okay.
I had to check. I can't because I turned my phone off and threw it on the floor.
So 3.5 or a 4, basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Now for the one I wasn't very impressed with.
Okay. The movie that everybody either loves or is very lukewarm about, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer. Wait, you mean bombs kill people?
Communist.
So basically, Oppenheimer's been hyped up for a good amount of time now.
Okay, are you a Nolan fan?
I'm not particularly like. I'm not like a huge I'm not like, oh my god, Nolan's like the best thing ever.
Right.
I'm just like, but
I'm the same.
To this day, my favorite Nolan movie is still Memento.
I've never seen Memento.
It's a much smaller scale movie.
Right. That's one of his first.
His first few movies like Insomnia and stuff.
I'm not a huge fan of his Batman movies.
I like The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is the best one.
I don't like The Dark Knight as much as other people do, but I still like it.
The fact that Murphy was like almost Batman, like
that would have been weird. But
he had a great Batman voice though.
Oh really?
It was just like, it's me, like he just sounded like what I want Batman to sound like, not choking on golf balls.
Yeah. And if he was able to transform into Oppenheimer, surely he was able to transform into a man who wore a bat suit.
I mean, he was in those films as the Scarecrow.
Yeah, that's yeah.
The Scarecrow who wears a burlap sack on his
When I
head.
sold you my compound, I told you to take you places. I never told you they'd be places you want to go.
He's got a point there. But Oppenheimer. So if you don't know who Oppenheimer is, he's a guy who had a cool hat.
And he made the atomic bomb that destroyed 2 Japanese cities. That leveled them.
Leveled them to...
And he felt guilty. He spent the rest of his life feeling guilty about it.
As he should.
Yeah.
I think... And that's the movie. It's like... Since it's Nolan, it's different. It jumps between time.
Yeah, it jumps in time a lot, yeah.
So it's like, it goes from him making the bomb to like a hearing. Not a hearing, but like a... Well...
Yeah.
It's not a hearing, I promise. But it's them going over whether or not he's like loyal to America.
Loyal to America, yeah.
Of course, this was the time where like if you're a communist, you're an asshole. You're a bad poison.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, so the thing about this movie is that I came into it expecting it to be like, it's 3 hours, it's almost exactly 3 hours long, plus credits.
Right.
And I was expecting it to be like, okay, this is just going to be a bunch of people talking with each other. It's not going to be how is this movie like going to justify its IMAX presentation? Even though I wasn't in it for the IMAX, I was in it for like Marcus Super Screen, stuff like that.
Yeah, by the way, there's no IMAXs in Wisconsin aside from like 2.
Yeah,
there's like 2.
There's like one in Fitchburg and like
one
somewhere else. But like nowhere where they're actually showing it on 70mm film.
Is it bullshit?
Yeah, it's bullshit. And so I was like, okay, how are they gonna make this interesting? How are they gonna justify this?
Right.
And it kind of blew me away for the first like 2 hours, dude. Not gonna lie. It's like it captivated me from the second that the film began. And the film has just an energy to it, despite the fact that it's just people talking with each other, you know.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part, it is. It's just people making a bomb, people talking with each other and arguing with each other.
Yeah.
And it held my attention, and I'm not gonna say it was what it was. I'm not gonna say the film went off without a hitch, but I'm gonna say it definitely was a great experience at the movie theater. I've had in a long time just seeing a new movie come out.
Yeah. So I wanted to see this more because I'm more interested in the subject than the filmmaker. Like Oppenheimer, like I find that fascinating because imagine like doing that. Like you make something that. Because part of the film is like, is this going to destroy the world when we test it? Like, is this going to like destroy the atmosphere and kill us all? And it's like imagine that. Like, imagine the possibility that you could kill everybody.
The fact that and I do like the name of the book that it's based on, the American Prometheus. That's basically what he is.
I mean, the first part of the first scene is like it shows a quote of Prometheus.
Oh, and how they show that quote is amazing. I love that. How it kind of gets engulfed in the flames.
Oh yeah, and So I was interested in the subject more than Nolan, because I was like, this is an interesting premise. Because I liked it.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some great visuals.
Yeah.
Like all those sometimes it cuts to these weird abstract like lines and explosions and like the sun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that. And then I was always wondering, he said he used no CGI for the movie.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he do that?
My guess is, part of it was like he went to the desert and with gasoline and just exploded stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
My guess is lens flares and tricking the lens.
The lens, yeah.
But there's a dog over there. I did think it was a little long.
Yeah.
I felt like there's some stuff they definitely could have cut out.
Yeah.
Right. And okay, when I first heard about it, there's a big discussion this is the first Nolan film with sex. And
was that really a talking point?
Yes, people were like what's it gonna mean, bro? Nolan doesn't like sex scenes. What's it gonna mean? And this, sex scenes happen.
The sex scene was I cheated on my wife. Oh.
Well, the first sex scene is they're meeting at a party and it cuts to them having sex. I was like,
oh wow, that was
10 seconds.
That was 10 seconds. Wow.
Wow, cool.
It was just to show information that he cheated on his wife.
Yeah. Well, I heard people talking about it's gonna be graphic, 2 minutes long. I was like, whatever, idiots.
Yeah.
But
it's not gonna be the sex scene in Don't Look Now, where it's
oh god,
it's super explicit with Donald Sutherland.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a notorious sex scene because the boyfriend of the actress thought that they actually had sex because it looked so realistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. So okay. The acting I thought was pretty awesome overall.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cillian Murphy,
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was okay. He was okay.
I just saw Matt Damon.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Me too. Yeah.
That's the problem with Matt Damon.
That's the problem with Matt Damon. All you see is Matt Damon.
Yeah. It's him and
Josh Hartnett was fine.
Josh Peck, I thought should be in there more because
there was Devin Bostick. It's a who's who of actors.
It's just it's Nolan. Everybody wants to work with Nolan.
Yeah.
Because he's one of those.
It's a Nolan movie. Sign me up. It doesn't matter if it's right for you.
Well, because of Matt Damon, he was like, okay, I'm going to take a break from acting unless it's a Nolan film, and then 2 days later, Nolan called him.
Yeah.
Which is destiny, I guess. But I think Robert Downey Jr. should get an Oscar.
Oh yeah, he was.
Or at least nominated.
He was great.
It'd be a tough call between him and Ken, but or Gosling, but yeah, I thought
Ryan Gosling just becomes Ken.
Yeah,
his name just changed to Ken.
Legally changed his name,
and the Oscar goes to Ken.
For playing Ken. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is my favorite part of the movie, just because
oh yeah,
he blew me away. I forgot that was Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, me too.
He was such an asshole.
Oh yeah.
The last half, my favorite part of the film is after the bomb goes off. The fallout, but the fallout of what happened with the bomb and how Oppenheimer just gets crucified.
Yeah,
that part I loved. I was totally
wasn't
invested.
It Truman, the president at the time? Truman was "Yo, pussy."
Yo, he was get that crybaby out.
Get that crybaby out of here.
No, he was
it's the difference between the black and white scenes and the this color scenes. The black and white scenes are that's how it happened. That's dialogue, give and take some like words that were said, but like that's how it happened.
Like colors, we have it recorded.
We have it recorded, yeah. The color scenes, those are more subjective. Those are from Oppenheimer's perspective, where it's like that's how he that's might have been how he was thinking at the time, and like how he's perceiving things. So you know, but what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I like the bomb making scenes. I thought were just repetitive after a while.
Okay, so it's like you know they're gonna make it.
That's not. It's more like the same meeting room. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So how are we gonna do this? We can do this. We can do this. We can do like.
So you would prefer if they had more variety in location and set design? It's
not even like those scenes are important because that's what happened.
Yeah, because that's what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't just like
you really for a movie like that. You really have to. For minimal locations, you have to really pull those performances out of the actors, because if not, then the movie's just gonna be drab and dull. You know.
Yeah. One thing I thought they could have done more is like, while the acting is good, the character of Oppenheimer never grabbed me.
Oh really?
I couldn't get a grip of what he was. Like, he's cold. He's a womanizer. He's kind of a dick. But he's like, he has conviction.
Is he like a self-made womanizer? Yeah. At a certain point, yeah.
Yeah. I just couldn't get a grasp. And then like when I never got a feeling he loved either his ex or his wife. Like I never got a.
Oh yeah, no, he's a troubled man. So I don't think he like.
He tried to kill his professor with a poison apple.
Yeah, that was just like it was debated if that actually happened.
I mean, he said it happened.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he admitted it.
He admitted.
I'm pretty sure.
Some grandson of Oppenheimer said that.
Whatever.
Like, oh my god, I'm upset over that.
That's the worst thing he ever did.
The way that, but he invented the bomb though. So, but no, he did not try to poison his teacher.
Yeah.
But
whatever.
It's like when the people like upset over Bruce Lee, his portrayal in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but that's neither here nor there.
It's just none of the character. Like I liked it when people like interpreted Oppenheimer's ideas. Like with Strauss, who was played by Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
his whole like he and Einstein were talking about me.
Yeah. Right. Talking about me.
Oppenheimer, he wants people to love. Like he's interpreting what Oppenheimer wants.
Yeah.
I feel like if the whole film was more like other people's interpretation until the end, where you find out what he really thinks, that'd be more interesting.
It's kind of like finding. It's like kind of like the rose. It's kind of like the last line in the movie is kind of like a rosebud in Citizen Kane.
With like
because it's like the exchange between the two characters. It's between those two.
Yeah.
In Citizen Kane, it's like Rosebud is like it's just to him, you know.
Yeah.
It's like no, the world will never know what Rosebud is. The world will never know what Einstein and
Oppenheimer
talked about with each other. You know.
Yeah, it's a good showing of what a Nolan film is to me. Like it's well made.
Yeah.
It's acting's great looking film, but it just never grabbed me emotionally or like I didn't have like my full attention or care. Like I wasn't really engrossed. Like I wasn't like.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? How's Oppenheimer gonna? You know, it's just like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like
that's cool.
It was educational.
Well made, good film.
That's sort of an issue I have with The Dark Knight is that it's like, as much as I watched it back when I was like a kid, you know, on like the portable DVD player, the way Nolan intended,
of course,
on car rides.
I love it.
I would watch it on like a portable DVD player. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, that's how I watched The Dark Knight. But it didn't like captivate me as much as it captivated others, so I give like 4 stars on Letterboxd. But
I haven't seen that film in a while.
It's a good movie. Yeah. I really like it. I kind of like the original Batman better.
Oh, of course.
Batman 89 better. Yeah.
My high five. My
guy.
guy.
Yeah. But just on the basis of Oppenheimer, it definitely is the definitive Nolan movie. It's just like
well made,
hyped up, very extravagant. And then people are just kind of gonna wait for the next one to come out. You know?
Right. Like, it's well made, it's well acted, beautiful. All the things you want in a movie. It's just...
The soul. It's just kind of missing a soul a little bit for you.
Yeah, like, I didn't care.
Okay.
I mean, my favorite part of the film is the bomb test.
Yeah.
Not so much, like, the build-up, but, like, after the bomb goes up, it goes silent, and you hear him think
the Vishnu line, yeah.
Yeah, which... earlier in the film, he says that while he's having sex with...
Yeah, which is weird to me.
Yeah, like, I didn't like that at all. I was like,
yeah,
oh.
neither did I, yeah.
I don't... I mean, even if that did happen like that...
That's just weird.
Yeah, it's like...
That's just not... That's
not very sexy.
No, it's...
Like, I'm not gonna... I've become Death Destroyer. I'm not gonna...
It's like, oh, yeah... Robert, oh yes.
Read it out to me, baby.
Read it out to me, Robert.
It's like, what? I was just like, I don't like, no. But when it actually happens and you hear it, like that part, I gave me
that
chills.
Part, yeah. And
because like everyone was like, oh, that part in the first act when he says this, it gave me chills. It's like, no, not for me. But then until the bomb happens, that's when I got chills.
Yeah, I never got that. The movie that the line stuck with me. The final line.
Oh, the final line is awesome.
The final line's great.
We did.
I believe we did.
Oh, that's good shit.
Jesus. Oh,
one thing I love is that his wife, like at the end of the film, like basically they're being set up to be kicked out of their house, like they lose all their credibility.
Yeah.
And like she's mad at Oppenheimer for like not really fighting back. He's just kind of like taking it.
Yeah. Like the Ben Safdie character, I forget his name, but like he like betrays Oppenheimer and he shakes his hand. And, she refuses to shake his hand and stuff.
But so like she goes in for the questioning and like she just fucks with them.
Yeah.
I like that. Emily Blunt was pretty good.
I liked Emily Blunt in this. She wasn't like amazing, but she was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole movie for me.
Yeah, okay.
It was amazing. It was pretty
what do you feel about the soundtrack?
I hated it.
Oh, really?
I couldn't stand it. For the most part. I couldn't... I was so pissed off the whole time.
Really?
Oh my god, I hated it. It's like...
Well, yeah, that
it's
part...
Like,
It's
give
like,
me a ham sandwich. Hey, where's the condom?
That's just,
hey,
I feel like that's just part of Nolan's DNA, is that he does that with movies, I guess.
But
it didn't bother me as much as it did to you. Yeah,
well,
it didn't bother me at all.
I couldn't understand the words sometimes.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
So the sound mixing was off for you?
I guess it was just like it's a good, like, on its own, it's a good soundtrack. Like,
oh yeah, no, I listen to that every now and again.
But when it's combined with the film, it's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, this is like an intense personal moment between like Oppenheimer's brother or his wife or ex or something. It's just like...
So it becomes kind of like generic and white, like
it's like
background, like kind of like
if this was a silent, like no music, it would be more like, even when like there's a scene everyone's talking about where like it shows him and his ex naked because he just had sex and had the affair.
Yeah,
it's like they're talking like it's like shut up. Can I just hear what they're talking? This came out. I don't know why I'm getting so mad, but like I remember at the film, I was like, "What?" I
will argue against it because I can definitely see where you're coming from. Yeah, but this didn't bother me. Yeah,
I think part of the idea. I have to watch it again, but I remember like all the sound, all the music went away like at the bomb test, like when the bomb goes off, and when it got silent, like that's when I got chills. So maybe. The idea is to have constant music until that moment, but like have it be more than just trailer music.
Yeah,
it felt like trailer music.
True.
Like,
that's fair.
Give me some like violent, some classical music. Give some variety aside from just. It's like
we're doing stuff.
This is not a Hans Zimmer score.
I keep going back to The Dark Knight, but that's definitely what it reminds me of. Is just like the Hans Zimmer score, like just like okay, we're on a boat now.
And then after the bomb, like I felt like the music got better because it felt more slow. Because I get like it sounds almost like clock ticking almost.
Okay.
So it's like the time's it's getting closer to that time like. But it's just like shut up.
You know what it is with Nolan movies? Every scene, it's like in every scene, the scene is trying to take your breath away or like mesmerize you. Even in scenes where it's not really necessary at all. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with Nolan movies. Even though I don't hate them, I do like a lot of them. But
again, the score on its own is great. Like the actual like music and production. But it's just... Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Get some help.
Well, like with dialogue between like just him and his friend on a train.
Yeah.
Make it silent.
Yeah,
like,
just like there's no need for music.
Atmospheric rain on the window. Like that gets me more in it than just. And then I don't know it. I don't know why I got on such a tangent, but
no, it's fine, man.
The moment you said that, I remembered like how I felt.
You have Brain Blast like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, and also this is not a film, but the version I saw like on the screen, like the projector, I don't know, but like there's 4 like blue dots, like tiny blue dots on screen the whole time.
Oh,
and I was like, is that? Oh, because it's like
in like the corner or like the bottom of the screen.
Like this is the screen, right? It's like here.
Oh no!
And I was like, is that part of the film? Because the first scene, there's like a beautiful like dot space looking of like his image.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it kind of works, but then it's like this film's like pure black at this moment, and there's like just 4 blue dots.
Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, that kind of like took me out of it. I was like, blue dots.
That's why I prefer movies being projected on film. That's why I prefer that.
Well, expertly, because sometimes
they can
fuck it up.
Yeah, just with DCP or film itself, they can fuck it up.
And I will say, on the film, one last thing. It's not part. I got up after the screening. I was walking out. So the way I usually go out, there's like people blocking the door, or the steps talking about the movie. I was like, I'll go the other way. I walked down the other aisle. There's like 4 nuns.
Really?
Like old women nuns. Just sitting there watching the film.
Well, nuns go to movies too.
Well, it's just I've never seen a nun in a movie theater.
This should have been like sister.
Oh, I should have. But and also, there's sex in this film, which I thought in adultery. My guess is
they acknowledge that it exists. They just don't partake in it.
Right. It was just like I was just not expecting like old women nuns to be watching Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
My guess is that they lived through the Cold War.
Yeah, so that would interest them. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just kind of funny at the time. There's nuns here.
It's like I saw this movie because it was the big movie of the summer coming out.
I saw it because of Barbenheimer.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody asked me like, "Hey, you want to go see Barbenheimer?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!"
And also, I will say, if it wasn't Barbenheimer, I probably would have still seen it because I was interested in the
whole. I was planning on seeing it with my dad anyway. So
yeah, it is a dad movie.
Yeah,
it seems like my dad is interested in seeing it.
Okay.
Because he loves kind of like war movies and like wartime
I wonder
stories.
if he would like, given the context of what we've seen from the movie, if he would like, what would be your guess? Would he enjoy it?
I think so. Because my dad loves, like, after I saw it, he called me up to talk about the movie, having not seen it himself. He's like, yeah, because there's a book I read about, the wartime, and he's going, I was like, this is cool. Because I've never, like, my dad's talking about, like, the books he's read recently, and it's like, there's one book he read where it's like an alternate history of like if the bomb never went off or something.
Okay.
Or like, so it was, yeah. So it is a good dad movie, I think.
Okay.
So
yeah, that gives me hope.
it's good.
I think my dad would enjoy it too. Yeah,
it's a well-made.
Take your dad to see it.
If you love Nolan, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
that's what I'll say. So Ralph the Movie Maker, I'm sure you're gonna love it.
Does he hate Nolan?
No, he loves Nolan.
Oh, he loves Nolan. Okay.
He adores Nolan.
Okay, I'm lukewarm about Nolan.
It's better than Tenet.
Yeah, I've never seen Tenet, but I can already guess it's better than Tenet.
Yeah. So, what would you rate Oppenheimer?
I would give it 4.5.
I think
performances, cinematography, music, and just overall execution.
I think I gave it a 3.
Okay.
So I gave it 1 star less than Barbie. I know that.
Okay.
I do think Barbie's better as a movie. It's more.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
take
that, Nolan.
Yeah.
Go play with some Barbies, why don't you? No. So that's Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
The most fascinating thing to happen to films in a long time.
Yes, honestly, yeah.
Like it was nice to see an actual like movie event, not like nerds.
Nerds, yeah, but like just
like people like want to see
both of them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And also,
what's great is that they weren't pitted against each other.
No,
people are seeing them
like,
both.
Like the cast were like, oh, we're gonna like. There's a famous image of like Gerwig and Robbie with
tickets to Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
nice. That's awesome.
And like the cast are both. Hey, we're gonna go see Barbie. We're gonna see Oppenheimer. Yeah, it's nice to see like, yeah. And also, the girl who went to Barbie with like the crown of like Barbie arms. You're the best. That's awesome. Good on you. So yeah, that's Barbenheimer. Check it out if you can. I'm sure you still can.
People still play it. Yeah. But yeah, and then
Ooga chaka,
ooga 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 chaka ooga ooga.
I can't stop this feeling
it's-
deep inside of me.
It's the Guardians movies.
The best MCU movies.
Yes,
The best.
honestly, I saw the first one this year.
The
Yeah.
first time you saw it was this year?
Yeah,
God.
it was like back in May. Oh, I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good.
Okay,
I really liked
let's
it.
start with the first one.
The first one, given it came out in August 2014.
I was
At
14 at the time.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's like wow.
And,
Time
and the
flies.
effects still hold up.
2014 is almost 10 years ago.
Next year it'll be.
Yeah,
That's
insane.
scary.
Yeah, at that point, like the Avengers had come out like 2 years prior. Captain America: Civil War, I believe, had come out that summer.
That came out
No, it was
after.
Captain America: Winter Soldier. Excuse me.
Yeah, that came out.
That came out, and I was not an MCU person, so Guardians of the Galaxy, I was just like, who are these guys? They're like, it was basically like, who?
That's
like Star-Lord.
I remember everyone's reaction was like,
Who?
oh, because Robert Downey Jr.'s contract's about to expire. This like people thought they're just trying to get a new Avengers, and it wasn't. Because I know the Guardians film was like trying to get off the ground for a long time, like before the MCU. People were like interested in making it. And then
Was James Gunn involved at the time or no?
not, and so this sucks now, but like the person who suggested James Gunn was Joss Whedon.
Oh,
Everyone loves him.
everybody loves him.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Joss.
Yeah, and I know, so James Gunn was brought on board to rewrite the script, because I know there was a script written by the co-writer of the film, which according to James Gunn, like, her script wasn't used, like, it was completely rewritten, but he still had to share credit because of the rules of the guild. But, like, he talked about, like, for the longest time, he couldn't decide if he wanted to keep Rocket in it. Because it was, well, it's such a, you know.
Yeah,
it's,
at the time.
It's a raccoon.
Yeah, it's a raccoon.
But here's a thing I found out, because, like, so for this podcast, I watched this film like a month ago. And because, you know, I am who I am. I went down the rabbit hole of this
Guardians
film's
of the Galaxy.
Their holes, of course. and I saw an interview of him talking about, like I had to keep this raccoon in because he's been obsessed with raccoons since he was a kid. He collected raccoon dolls.
Oh.
So, like, the raccoon. So, I mean, I think we're all glad he kept Rocket.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think these are both our favorite characters.
Yeah, he's my favorite character in the MCU ever.
Oh yeah, and what I liked is basically, well, I always forget how much I go down these rabbit holes of like researching film movies after I watch them again. But like he made his own like visual Bible. Like,
oh really?
One thing was like his idea was like it's kind of like a gross, dingy, disgusting like floor of a planet, like the ground of a planet, but a beautiful sky.
Okay.
To the first scene with like adult Star-Lord, he's going through that planet with like the rocks and like it's raining. He's got the hologram thing. He's got the mask on, but the sky is like a beautiful purple, pink, blue, red, orange sky. It beautifully contrasts the ground. So like stuff like that, like he helped design like the aliens.
Okay.
Including in the second one, those gold aliens. Those are not from the comics. Those are his own creation.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow! I was just like, because everything about this seems like the movies, they don't seem too concerned with being tethered to the accuracy of the comics, you know.
But it is though. That's what I like.
Well, yeah, but like they're not like super like, oh, we have to do it this way.
We have to do the Flashpoint paradox.
We have to do this and this and that because comic book readers remember that, you know.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to make it just genuinely good movies, just loose, like kind of based on like these characters that kind of fall by the wayside. Based on Marvel comics that kind of fallen by the wayside, weren't as popular as the Avengers or stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
it's a Cinderella story,
honestly,
truly, because James Gunn, when he was brought up, because what I like about James Gunn when he does comic book movies is that he is a genuine fan. Like he's not one of those like, I was hired on to do a movie, so I bought all the comic books to get research. Like, I grew up reading comics. I know what I would want to see. So it's like, so he's not afraid to add stuff. Yeah. Which he does. He's not afraid to change stuff. Because I know when the third one came out, that's not the high evolutionary. He doesn't look like that. He's supposed to look like this. It's like, shut up.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It works for the context of the story being told in the trilogy.
Yeah. So the first film is it's the most basic.
Yeah,
it's a classic, criminals save the universe.
It's the origin story of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So Peter Quill is after his mom dies, he's abducted by aliens. Worst day ever.
Yeah.
And then he grows up to be Chris Pratt with abs.
With abs, yeah. Not Not Parks and Rec Chris Pratt, but Guardians of the Galaxy Chris Pratt.
Right. Yeah, and then there's this MacGuffin.
Yeah, the MacGuffin. Yeah.
The orb.
The orb,
which has an infinity stone.
Infinity stone, the power stone.
And so he meets up with Gamora, hot green lady, alien lady, and then he meets Groot and Rocket, and then Drax, and they all agree to sell the orb to the
the Collector. Yeah,
the Collector,
played by Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, which I love the fact that James Gunn always wanted to work with him, and that was his chance to hire him.
Nice.
And they sell to him, but then his slave blows up his place because she doesn't want to be a slave anymore. Mm-hmm. And then the bad guy gets it, and they stop the bad guy.
It's a very simple plot.
Yeah, and I'm glad that's all it needed to be.
Yeah,
it's just like this is what this is.
Definitely, Ronan is definitely the worst character. He's definitely the worst villain in the trilogy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He's so basic.
But I'm fine with that. Yeah. I wasn't like. He's definitely not the part I was there to watch.
Yeah.
I was there to watch. I feel like they could have done something more, but
for what it is, it's fine.
He's just the bad guy.
They led into the second and third movie, so I'm not complaining.
He's just the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's
my problem with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 is that it's the most like an MCU movie. Like, it's most there's it's part of a larger universe. You have to explain a few things,
Infinity
Thanos
Stone.
is in it, Infinity Stones and whatnot,
Which I love the fact that James Gunn said he found, because he wrote the lore of the stones for that film. And every film was based on his explanation.
Really?
But he wrote it in like an hour. So I just made this up basically, and every film's based on it.
Yeah, because Guardians of the Galaxy introduced the idea of the Infinity Stones, right?
Not the idea, where they came from, what they came from.
Yeah, the lore of it. Yeah, which is interesting because it was just this.
Which I was
a throwaway idea,
Which I found funny, just Rocket the whole time. He doesn't care. It's this is all very interesting. Can we get paid?
Can we get paid now?
Which is.
It's kind of like Cowboy Bebop a little bit.
Okay. Star-Lord is kind of Spike.
Yeah, Star-Lord's a little bit Spike, but he's more of a dumbass, but
he's a good improviser.
They like each other a lot more. In Cowboy Bebop, it's more like they're begrudgingly working together,
Yeah. But I remember seeing this with my parents, because I remember my dad was kind of my mom was but they both love the Guardians.
Yeah.
Because they're more... I mean, they become basically a family.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And that's what... Because the Avengers, they're all basically just bros and co-workers.
They're co-workers, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Guardians of the Galaxy, they live together. They're actual
They fall in love with each other.
Yeah.
They're just a family. And I gotta admit, I remember this clearly. The first time I saw the first film, when Groot died, I can't even... The heartbreak. I remember me and my mom crying.
Nice.
When he said, "We are Groot."
Oh. It's so much heart.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Groot.
Groot is the heart of the Guardians, because it's he's like the peacekeeper in the first film.
That's true. Yeah.
Where I remember Rocket makes fun of Drax for his family dying. He's gas. He's
what?
Just because you have a bad past doesn't mean you get everyone killed on the way or whatever.
Yeah, basically. Oh, boo-hoo, my family's dead.
Groot's just I am Groot. I know that they're the only friends we've ever made. You're making me kick grass.
That's why I love Bradley Cooper as Rocket.
Oh my!
And what was it? Sean Gunn as the mocap for Rocket.
Yeah, he's mocap, and also. So he also voices Baby Groot and Baby Rocket in the third Guardians.
Really?
When he's young, that's Sean Gunn's voice.
Really?
That's
cool.
Yeah, but I think the first one might be my personal favorite.
Okay.
Just because it's
it's
nostalgic for me. Yeah. It's so unique to me. Just this world Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck, yeah. Played by, is it Seth Green?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's in every Guardians film.
Yeah, I love it.
He's also in Endgame.
Really?
During the big, like, everyone's, like, out of the portals, he's there for, like, a brief second with a, like, giant gun.
Really? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I'm not kidding.
That's awesome.
I remember, like back when Guardians 2 came out, I was like, I want a Howard the Duck TV show by James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Like a detective show.
That sounds awesome, yeah.
But then he was fired,
Then he was fired, yeah.
But, and, like, apparently he loves Howard the Duck, like James Gunn.
Uh-huh.
So he wanted to put him in the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Guardian, it's a basic...
It's a good superhero movie. Not really a superhero movie. Yeah, it is a superhero movie.
He didn't call it a superhero film at the time. Like,
oh, really?
When he was in interviews, like, I don't consider this like a superhero.
It's more like sci-fi.
Space adventure.
Space adventure, yeah. More like Flash Gordon a little bit.
Oh,
Maybe Flash Gordon counts as a kind of superhero. Not your typical superhero, but like just like more of science fiction.
Yeah.
Strange, like Stranger in a Strange Land, basically.
Yeah, I love Nebula.
Nebula's great.
She has a great character arc throughout the whole, like, the first one. She's a blood-hungry psychopath.
In the first movie, and then throughout, then we'll get to the second movie. But
of course, I knew her. I saw her. I was like, she looks familiar, like, beneath the makeup. Mm-hmm. She's a Doctor Who companion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she plays Amy Pond.
Huh.
Like she's Scottish in real life. Like, that's not, she's Scottish.
Uh-huh.
It's like, that's Amy Pond. And I love Neb. And apparently, James Gunn told her to, like, play it as Marilyn Monroe meets the man with no name.
Nice.
That was his like his directing.
That's
like,
awesome.
Like, you know, have the strut, the sexy, like, confident strut, but, like, be a blood hungry psychopath. Be like a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Guardians
of the Galaxy.
And of course, at the end you find out that his Star-Lord name's from his mom.
Yeah.
That made me
That's
tear up.
nice, yeah.
My little Star-Lord. I think everyone knows, like, the first one's about mother being
because James Gunn said this, yeah. The
first one's about losing your mom. The second one's about losing
your father.
And the third one is
about just yourself.
Yeah. Speaking of the second one. Actually, no.
How
would you rate? Yeah.
I rate it 3.5.
I wish I didn't turn my phone off because I don't remember. But I think I gave it a 4.
Okay.
If memory serves. I guess this is now what I'm rating it right now. Which is a 4. But yeah, okay. I love it. I love the music. The music's fucking
The music choices
iconic.
are great. Yeah, the music choices are iconic now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Volume 2.
Volume 2, my least favorite.
Okay, yeah, you gave it. Yeah, we'll get to that. But like, yeah, no, I really like this one. This is my second favorite in the trilogy.
Okay. I remember, opening day. Mm-hmm. So the plot is basically they're hired by these gold people, as I said earlier, the Sovereign.
The Sovereign, yeah.
Who, like I said, they're not those. It's a James Gunn original, and who are like very just like kind of like Nazis. Like we're the perfect.
We're the perfect race.
Yeah.
Weren't they like created by the High Evolutionary too?
Yeah, as just like an aesthetic
aesthetic reasons. Yeah.
But like, so they're hired to stop this big thing that's eating batteries.
Yeah.
And they stop it. And then Rocket steals batteries because he's a dick.
They chase him down.
Yeah, and they crash, and then they meet Ego. Peter's dad, Ego the planet.
Yep, Ego the living planet. Yep, and Mantis.
And then, who's totally not the bad guy.
Totally not the bad guy.
He's fine.
Put by Kurt Russell.
Kurt the man. Oh, yeah. Which, perfect casting.
Mm-hmm. You know what this reminded me of a little bit? A little bit of it reminded me of Tron Legacy. We're like, oh, hold on.
Okay.
So it's like the beginning is like, okay, it's like they got de-aging for Jeff Bridges, you know?
Yeah.
And then he comes back and it turns out like, it's a little bit different, but it's really different, but it's like, it turns out it's not really his father, and it's like, it's Clue, it's the bad guy,
right.
You know? Yeah.
Tron Legacy is great, but...
I like Tron Legacy, yeah.
Yeah. So you find out he's Ego the planet, and he's insane. He wants every planet to be him.
Basically.
Like he's planted flower, his seed.
This is the seed.
Yeah. But he can't do it alone. He needs like another one of him.
Yeah, he needs another one of him. So that's where Peter comes in.
He's been impregnating aliens everywhere, but Peter's the first to have like the same power as him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, Peter is pretty into it for a while. Like,
he doesn't realize that it's going to lead to the death of like the entire universe. Yeah.
Well, and then he like taps his forehead. And then he's like basically on his side. But then he says,
when you do it like when you say like what literally happens, it sounds crazy, but it's basic movie stuff. Yeah.
And then of course he says, "Oh yeah, by the way, I killed your mom."
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
So and then the Guardians kill Ego.
Yeah.
And then Yondu dies.
it's like it's really fun to like just go through the plots of these movies at like a brisk pace because that's basically what it is though. It's just like
there's a side plot with Rocket and
Yondu trying to like get to the ego, you know.
Yeah, they're captured, but like that's the basic gist of the movie.
Nebula goes through a character arc where she becomes
less
psychopathic and actually grows a better bond with her sister Gamora, you know.
She lets her sister hug her for a little bit.
Yeah.
She didn't hug back, but she lets her hug her.
She lets her hug her, yeah.
Yeah. And then
but yeah, it's a good fun movie. I like the fact that it's more just like you can watch it separate from like the MCU.
Oh yeah, this
is like the most standalone of the trilogy, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Like, the third one relies on like the events of Infinity War and Endgame to like actually make sense.
Yeah.
But Volume 2 is just a fun time. I really enjoyed it. There's not really much I can say about it other than the fact that it's just a well-made movie with great music choices, great like really fun performances. Oh yeah. Kurt Russell's great in it. The CGI does not look like complete ass. You know.
I thought it did.
Really?
Oh, that's my biggest complaint.
It looks fine. It serves its purpose, but like
yeah, but like I mean, like Rocket sometimes looks kind of like weird in the face.
Oh
like,
really?
Or like there's just a lot of it.
Mm. Yeah.
Because the first film, like there's still like physical like places they're standing on, but they add stuff.
What's like the Nova Corps like city? What's that called again?
Nova Corps.
Okay, so I can't stand the look of that place personally. I can't stand it's almost all like white, you know.
Oh,
it's like I cannot stand it. That's why when the climax took place in that, it was like a headache for me. Well, in the first Guardians.
I mean, they're blowing it up, so that's fine.
Yeah, okay, so there's a little bit of red and orange in there. Yeah.
Yeah, but the second one, like the first scene with them at like the battery, like that looks weird to me.
Oh really? Okay.
Like the big, I don't know. It's just, it felt like there should have been more physical.
Okay.
Sets.
So yeah, I get that.
That's my big.
I would never like argue against that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue. Like some of the visual effects just look too visual effecty.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
I know a lot of some of the jokes didn't land. Like there's a gag of Taserface.
Oh yeah, that one's that's the worst joke of all.
Like, it's not that funny.
It's not that funny. Come on.
Not, yeah,
Rocket like is being like Bradley Cooper's being told like.
It's really funny. So like his laugh is like, okay.
It's just like okay, Taserface is not that funny. Okay.
Like if it was like scrotum eyes or something,
enormous genitals.
Yes, that would have been great. But it's
hung well.
Yes, but Taserface is an actual comic character.
He's not?
No, he is.
He is okay.
Well, yeah, but it's like
just shut up.
Yeah, it's like or like
I do like the interactions between Mantis and Drax. That's fun.
That shit's great.
I love that stuff.
They're the best.
No, I love Drax in this movie. It's I too am extremely humble.
Yeah.
You Earthers have hang-ups.
He's like...
He's great.
You have a penis?
Dude, what?
And when Ego says he has a penis, if you look at Gamora's face, she goes, like, oh, okay. But
that's funny.
Yeah, a lot of the jokes didn't land for me. I was like, okay,
I got you.
Yeah,
it's just like, it just didn't work as well for you for the first movie.
Yeah, the first film felt more grounded. It felt like you were on a planet.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
Felt like.
Yeah, it's like a visage. It's like a veil of a planet.
Yeah,
Ego's planet. That's like the whole point. But I see where you're coming from.
Or like the first time they go there, there's like bubbles.
Yeah,
and Drax pops a bubble. Like, that looks
what the hell is that? What's like? Why was that scene in there?
Yeah, I was like, I get it. That's like it's supposed to be like whimsical, but it looks bad to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it's the best looking movie of all time.
No, yeah. I think it's designed well. I just wish they built it.
Yeah. They actually like made a set for it and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe they did, but it just looks like visual.
It just looks like that. You know, that's the problem with like the prequels, Star Wars prequel trilogy. I have. It's just like it's just CGI barf.
Yeah.
I know that certain.
It's not as bad. This is not as bad as those.
No, it's not nearly as bad. No,
because it still looks nice.
Yeah. But
it just doesn't feel like it's happening.
Yeah. That's the main problem I have with most modern movies that rely heavily on CGI. It's just like it doesn't feel like it's actually there. You know,
but
it's a very simple problem.
Like one of the best scenes is like Yondu's like with a robot prostitute on this like snow planet.
That song. I was looking for. It's not on the soundtrack or the score. I was looking for that. It's like it's only on YouTube. For like a it's like that. I love that music. That when they're on the broth, when they're at like the robot brothel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's snowing because I love the look of that place because
that place is great.
Like the robot makeup is real.
Yeah.
It's like
that's one of the best looking scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Visually speaking.
And also like the whole scene with like Rocket in the trees. Mm-hmm. Those trees are real. With like little explosives in it, so it looks like they're shooting the trees.
Yeah. But it's a lot more tangible. Ego's plan is much more otherworldly, but not in this fact that it's CGI.
Right,
does not make a good combination.
Yeah, it just felt too CG.
Yeah,
I feel
the main complaint. That's where my main complaint would come from. Mm-hmm. But other than that, like I feel like the story, the soul it has, the performances, the characters, that have come like kind of like
it's a well-made script.
The script is really what carries the film.
Solid.
Yeah.
Like I love one of my favorite things is how they use the song Brandy.
Yep.
How it perfectly
encapsulates the villain's motive,
or like or how he's part of Peter's backstory.
Yeah.
How like
he left,
like this is the sea.
This is the sea. Yeah.
I love the girl, but the sea's more important to me.
The sea's more important. Yep.
Yeah, and that like because a lot of films that use music that
they don't have any like real purpose to them.
It's just
the
like
fact that I liked it.
The music is good. It fits or whatever.
Yeah. But this one actually has a pragmatic like part. It has to do with the story. Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
And like the music in general, I love. Just like there's a song after they get paid by the sovereign, they leave. There's. Road
Oh, never! I was like, never break the chain.
No,
right?
It's early. It's like God, I wish I didn't turn my phone off. It's Lakeshore Drive.
Okay.
And it's like, and I like back in the day, like I read this article about how like the guy who wrote the song, that song was not a big hit. At all.
Really?
But like after James Gunn put it in the film, he people like recognized it in him and his and that artist's work. Mm-hmm. Like that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool how that can revitalize an artist's work.
Yeah, the fact that like James Gunn liked the song when he was a kid or whatever, I'll put it in the film.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. Guardians 2 feels a lot more just. Okay, the first time you said it's a lot like a classic Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That's what I felt about Guardians 2.
Okay.
Like, the jokes felt more classic Marvel.
Gotcha.
Quippy.
Okay.
Or jokes going too long, a lot of CG. It's better than most MCU films.
Oh, yeah.
But it felt the most like an MCU film.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I still like it a lot. Mm-hmm. But it's just...
Oh, no. Yeah, you go ahead.
I give it, I think, a 3.
Okay, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, just a solid, like a not like a solid 4, but like a good 4.
4.
Yeah, 4.
4.
Yeah. But yeah, Volume 3.
Volume 3, the fun one.
The one with the animal abuse.
Yay!
Yay!
Fuck
Yay!
you, Peter.
Again!
Yay! Cut open the rocket. Yay!
Is not only my favorite Guardians movie, it is my favorite MCU movie. And I know the bar is super high on that one.
They have some pretty good movies.
They have some good movies, yeah, but
don't knock it down too much.
Don't knock it down too much. The bar is like 3 stories high. I don't know.
I don't know if it's as good as Love and Thunder, but you know.
Oh, Brett hates Love and Thunder. Okay, so
as he should.
Yeah.
The best scene in Love and Thunder is when the Guardians are there. Yeah. That's the best part, and they're like, "Don't go, don't leave."
So basically, like, I didn't have time to rewatch Guardians 3, despite the fact that it came on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I watched Infinity War with my parents. Mm-hmm. My dad was falling asleep all the time, so like we had to like keep pausing and go back to it. But like, my mom really enjoyed Infinity War. She really hated that Gamora died.
I mean, I did too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, for like, yeah.
People are like, shh, like, why did Peter do that? It's like, Have you met Peter?
Have you met Peter?
He shot his dad in the face when he found out he killed his mom.
It just kind of makes character sense, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
It kind of makes sense for the character to do that, to be that
He's
rational.
like a brash kind of a dick, but...
I wasn't that upset about it.
No, I wasn't either. Like,
there were some things that that happened with the Guardians in Infinity War that I could have done without, like the whole Thor interaction thing.
That was great.
No, where he's like pretending to like talk like the way Thor does. I hated that.
Okay,
so
yeah,
much.
it's a little weird, but...
Or like when not Guardians related, but Infinity War, when like Spider-Man is just like, remember that really old movie called Aliens?
That was awesome. I love that.
Fuck off.
That was in Civil War too. That's what made it, because like in that film he was like, hey guys, remember this old movie called like Empire Strikes Back with the giant snow walkers? It's like, Jesus, Peter, how old is this kid? I didn't have time to prep him on things. Like, I love my favorite MCU film was, I think, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. So.
I love that movie. People shit on it, but I love it. But so in Guardians,
in Guardians, basically like
go.
they're dealing with the aftershocks of basically being almost all of them being blipped out for 5 years. You know.
Yeah.
And coming back.
That wasn't so much the part they were dealing with. They were dealing with Gamora.
Gamora's
being kind of gone.
Coming back being like coming back as a bitch. You know.
Which is.
Yeah.
And like she's around, but she doesn't remember them.
And
then they're dealing with just the Guardians have a lot of shit to deal with.
They have a lot of shit going on, you know. But yeah, Adam Warlock shows up, which basic creation of the Sovereign leader.
Yeah, and then because like the Sovereign, they're created by the High Evolutionary, who is just such a pleasant character. He's such a lovable guy.
Yeah.
And go get this thing, this raccoon thing. And of course they fail because,
but in the process, Rocket gets injured,
horribly injured. Mantis gets her arm broken.
Yeah, but she gets like the healing pack that immediately heals her,
which shows what it does. And then they put on Rocket.
That's what I like about it. It's like it shows what it does when they try it on Rocket. Oh my god, it doesn't work. What's happening? You know,
being electrocuted.
Yeah.
So they find out that Rocket has like a kill switch, which basically kills him if people try to
operate on him. Basically.
So. The goal of the film is to save Rocket, which I like. It's not about saving the universe until the end.
It's about saving their friend.
Yeah, because they already lost so much goddamn shit.
And there's a lot of genocide in this movie, too.
Oh my god, I love it.
A whole planet dies.
Yeah, so they go to this, like, furry world.
Fucked up, yeah.
Furry world.
Yeah.
Because, like, so the whole goal of the High Evolutionary is to make the perfect society.
This perfect society, yeah.
And he's like, I know,
Earth.
Furries.
I know, on Earth.
Yeah.
But then it's like imperfect. They have the same problems that Earth has. You know?
Drug dealers and
racism.
Like, fuck it, and he just blows it up.
Blows it up, yeah.
Which is awesome.
I do like when it's like I'm just gonna talk about. It's like, dude, remember? No, I love when Peter, the right hand man of the High Evolutionary, where like he just jumps out of the building with them and just uses them as a way like to like break the fall, you know.
Well, it's not. Well, he has Groot on his back.
Groot on his back with
wings.
He
just slams him on the ground, over to kill him.
I love him. I love it so much.
That guy, because he's like, "Yay, we're destroying a planet." It's like, "Oh, fuck you."
Fuck you. It takes him out.
And then Peter's like, "Kill them all." Like my mom was like, "Oh my god."
No, Peter does not fuck around in this movie.
Like, he's done. Like
he's done with this bullshit.
He lost his mom, his adopted dad, his love.
Yeah, Yondu dies in the second one. Yeah.
And then his love interest dies. She comes back, but doesn't like him.
Doesn't like him. Yeah.
And
he's got a lot of shit to deal with. He's not jokey Peter anymore.
No,
he's serious Peter now.
He's so jokey. He doesn't even have his helmet anymore.
Yeah.
Which I missed. But yeah, and then we learn Rocket's backstory, which, I mean, fuck.
Dude, this shit gets fucked, you know? He was experimented on. He lived with the prospect of actually living in a society, you know?
Yeah, he had friends.
He had friends.
He had a walrus with its eyelids stapled open.
Teeps, Lila, Floor, and Rocket. Floor.
And then, of course, they all get great happy endings.
Oh, God.
No, just kidding. They'll get gunned down.
Jesus Christ.
They do.
No. I'm just like, wow.
But that part's my favorite scene. It's just like Rocket finds out they're all going to be killed in the morning because they're imperfect.
Yeah.
So he builds this key and opens the cage.
Yeah, she's super smart.
And like he gets Lila out, and then she gets shot immediately
by the High Evolutionary.
And then Rocket loses it.
Yeah.
And just fucking claws his face off.
Uh-huh.
Which, by the way, raccoons are cute.
They're ferocious.
They're tiny bears, literally. They're literally in the bear family. Mm-hmm. They can actually do that. They can tear your face off. Uh-huh. They're that strong.
That's why you shouldn't get near them.
Yeah, or piss them off.
Yeah.
Like, don't have them as pets.
No.
Because they're going to, like, not care about you when they get old.
Yeah.
They're just, yeah. But that scene I love just because it doesn't show much, but it's so, like, well edited that it feels more violent.
Oh, yeah. It's very...
It shows his eye close up and, like his teeth's a little bloody. Like, and that's it, basically.
It doesn't feel... This movie doesn't feel like an MCU. Well, it does in some capacity, but it feels at least like an MCU movie.
Yeah. It feels like...
If not in, like, the whole MCU realm, at least in the 3 movies, you know?
Oh, yeah. Just... I mean, James Gunn was just given, like, do whatever.
Yeah, just give it... Fit like, end this chapter. And, like, have the ending chapter be like...
You get one holiday special and this.
And then this. Go, yeah. And then he pulled it off, man.
He's like, this is going to be my Return of the Jedi.
Uh-huh.
In both films, cute animals get horribly killed. The Ewoks get blown up in that film. In this film, everybody dies. Uh-huh. And it's so good.
It's amazing. It's a great movie. I love this movie.
I know James Gunn was like, he made sure, like, he gave the people who did the effects time to do it. Yeah. So it doesn't look like
it doesn't look like ass. Also has the first F-bomb in a MCU movie. Oh my god, it's a great joke too.
It's so real. Like you just open the fucking door.
Open the fucking door.
And then, okay, so we both love this film.
Yeah.
Great cinematography, great costumes, great cameo by James Gunn's wife.
Oh really?
So there's a part where they go into like this living office building, kind of.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a scene where they go to the main control room.
Oh, that's her?
And Gamora shoots this lady in the leg, this blonde lady. Yeah, she's on the floor, like, screaming. Uh-huh. That's James Gunn's wife.
Oh, that's funny.
And also, there's this pink lady. Uh-huh. She's in the Suicide Squad movie he made as a rat catcher.
Okay.
But the fact James Gunn's wife gets shot in the leg, she's just screaming on the floor.
Also, who does Sean Gunn play? Like, what's his character's name?
Kraglin,
yeah.
Or Cosmo the dog.
Cosmo.
It's like, even the Soviets never called me a bad dog. Well, you are a bad dog.
Oh, I noticed, like, watching that scene on YouTube where, like, they're all playing cards. That I noticed Lloyd Kaufman that time.
Yeah, Lloyd Kaufman. That was great. Howard the Duck.
Lloyd Kaufman. We gotta talk about Troma a little bit.
Oh,
where like basically James Gunn he worked in Troma,
which is a great family film entertainment empire.
He directed Romeo and Juliet, right?
He wrote it too.
He wrote it. Gotcha.
He wrote it and co-directed it.
Co-directed it with who?
With Lloyd Kaufman.
Okay, Lloyd Kaufman. Gotcha. Yeah. I didn't watch that. Romeo and Juliet.
It's definitely something.
Yeah.
It's got Sean Gunn in it.
Is it as gross as Poltergeist?
It's not as shocking.
Not as shocking.
It's gross for other reasons.
Okay.
But yeah, and James Gunn, after he left Troma, he made Super.
Super, yeah.
And then Slither.
Which
the aliens from Slither are in the first Guardians film.
Really?
Okay, so these big tanks of like different aliens in the and there's a whole room. And there's a whole tank of just the Slither bugs.
I still need to watch Slither, honestly.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker's in it. He's in every James Gunn movie.
Oh, everyone?
Yeah.
Wow. Even Super?
Yeah, he's in Super.
Wow.
He's like a bad guy in Super.
And Romeo and Juliet?
Is he? I don't think so.
Okay,
it's like all the main like solo directed.
It was like a low budget movie.
Yeah, like the solo directed James Gunn.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
And even in Guardians 3, he makes a cameo as like a vision of Kraglin.
Yeah, as a vision of Yondu. Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a good way to end this.
It definitely was, and that ending. Oh. The ending
Run
just got...
fast for your mother, fast for your father, run for your children and your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your longing behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive.
It's such a great ending to it, and when they all dance, it's just and Peter gets reunited with his grandfather.
Yeah,
it's just a great bookend to like this.
James Gunn's perfect exit from Marvel is like, I made you a masterpiece. I'm running DC. Fuck you.
James Gunn was Peter in Infinity War. Boom.
Yeah. Okay, so what criticisms did you have?
That it's just like, you know, any problems that the usual MCU movies have sometimes is just like sometimes the humor can be a little bit shallow, not really too much thought put into it. Other than that, it's just like a fun romp, you know.
I agree with
that. Not fun at times, but like, you know,
fun.
A good time to be had, but
movie.
but definitely had depressing and sad moments, you know.
I agree. Some humor was like, eh.
Yeah.
But my two big issues. Well, one's a nitpick. My one nitpick is there's a reveal in the holiday special that they barely mention.
Okay.
They mention it once.
Okay.
In passing, I was like, it seemed like a big thing like a big reveal, and you just don't mention it. Mm-hmm. But whatever. My big issue is like I didn't find the song choices as memorable as the first two films.
Gotcha.
Because there's
doesn't like Immigrant Song get played?
No,
it doesn't.
Wait, in this film?
Yeah, in Guardians 3?
That's Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense.
I knew that part, but like I was just like, did it get played in Guardians 3 when like Adam Warlock is like flying? I swear to God.
No, that's I can't think of that. No, that's a different song. That's,
gotcha.
I can't remember what it's called, but
it would have been cool if he was flying to that. I don't know.
It seems more like a Thor song.
Okay.
Because it's about Vikings and Norse mythology.
Yeah.
But like aside from like Creep, I thought it was a good opening song. Yeah. That song, that brief moment of that song. Mm-hmm. Crazy on You, that's the song. Crazy on down.
Oh yeah. Oh, the BC Boys song.
Oh,
No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Two Chris Pratt movies had the same song in it.
Really?
The Mario movie had it.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about that.
I forgot about that movie.
I never forget about it. But yeah, there's that. There's BC Boys, and there's the song where they're on the spacesuits. That do 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 do.
I haven't heard. I'm sure if I heard it, like if you played it to me,
but for the most part, like the songs didn't
resonate as much.
Yeah, like the first one, there was
I feel like the second movie had the best song choices in my opinion. That's just me. Yeah, but the first film had just like the Ooga Chaka or like Pina Colada, like classic. The thing. So in the second film, he gets a Zune. Yeah,
great. That's
hilarious. It's great. I love it. That's what all people on Earth are using.
Oh yeah, 300 songs.
300 songs.
So basically, in this film, he had more like it's not just 70s and early 80s music.
It's also it's not just Awesome Mix Volume 1 and 2. It's also
But I feel like
80s, 90s. Yeah,
that era is so perfect for the Guardians. It's just weird that
I feel like it represents them going beyond that and going forward with life. You know. That's why the last song that's played is in the 2000s. I feel like you know,
it's just weird because it like there's I'd agree if it was just that, but there's a scene when Groot comes to save them, they play like a song by Ice and Fire, which is like a disco song. It's like this doesn't fit with the scene very well. Mm-hmm. Or like there's a scene later with Gamora, she's trying to fly the ship. It's like, how is there a ship with 2 seats? How do you do? And like she actually plays a song, but it's like it doesn't fit. Mm-hmm. Like it's so upbeat, but it's like I don't know. It's not as catchy. It's just kind of eh.
Okay, I get you.
That's like I mean, if that's my biggest issue is that some of the songs don't fit that great.
Then it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. And the songs that do fit, I think fit great. Great Emotion, Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Went all out. Mm-hmm. The lady who voiced Lila.
Yes, I don't know her name, but
she's live action Velma from the Scooby-Doo James Gunn films.
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yeah.
That's her?
No. That's Daphne. Wait, she played Daphne.
Excuse me.
Velma.
Sorry. The Velma, excuse me.
Yeah, the lady who
I thought you said Daphne, sorry.
No.
But I don't know her name. But I had a crush on her when I was watching. I honestly had a crush on her.
I mean, I don't blame you. Yeah. But, yeah, so she voiced her. She voiced
That's awesome.
Lila. Also in the first film, like, you see the rap sheets, like, for Rocket, there's, like, for his known aliases, Groot, Lila.
Oh.
It showed Lila in the first film, her name, under his known associates.
No, oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. And it showed, like, his actual, like, his code. His
experiment title.
His experiment title, yeah.
Yeah.
And then aliases, Rocket, yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's just... Or no, my favorite song in Guardians 3 is when like I get the same old dream, same time every night. Since you've been gone, since you've been gone, out of my head, can't take it. And it shows him like playing with his friends. It's like since you've been gone, it's like oh my god, my heart.
I feel like you know what my favorite song is. Dog days are over.
Oh my, that song perfectly used. Yeah, it's just I don't think the MCU can ever get any better than this. Like
if it ended here,
if this was
it would have been perfect.
Yeah, like Spider-Man got a good ending in No Way Home. The Guardians have a perfect ending here. No one gives a shit about Thor.
No one gives a shit about Thor anymore.
Like the only thing left in the MCU I'm actually like looking forward to is like Loki season 2. Okay. Because I like the first season a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna enter another like Marvel Dark Age or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Sam Raimi comes back to do Marvel movies.
I doubt it.
He might.
Well, do you think the MCU is ever gonna end?
Yeah, I think it depends. I mean,
the actors will get old and they will stop. You know?
There's a lot of comics.
There's a lot of comics.
A lot of characters.
A lot of characters. Yeah, that's true.
We'll see. I think it will end someday, but right now, like, there's nothing I'm like pumped about.
Yeah, neither am I.
Like, I'm trying to think. Like
the Marvels.
Face in hand right here. It's that's so I don't care. Like or Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion
with the great AI.
The scrolls.
The AI opening.
Yeah, really. I heard about that. Yeah.
Oh my god. I think hopefully if like the writer strike goes well,
then
maybe the scripts will get better and I know all the VFX artists who work for Marvel just yell unionized.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll stop looking like not good. But yeah, I mean, the only Marvel stuff I'm interested in is like Spider-Verse.
Okay.
And
Spider-Verse, yeah. Because we're waiting for that to... Because that's probably not going to come out until like 25, 26 probably.
Yeah. Because they're like, we got to stop torturing our animators.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like...
I can wait, you know?
And I think I'll watch anything like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Okay.
Because I love the Spider-Man.
Okay. So I'm not so...
My
dad was just like, I don't recognize that Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't like him that much. He's fine.
I love Homecoming though.
I hate not No Way Home, but Far From Home.
Yeah, I mean I think it's overhated, but it's not very good. But I think people are like, fuck Tom Holland, fucking.
Yeah, no, it's like I have no problem with like, but like
I love Mysterio though. It was so great.
I thought it was misutilized.
I mean, how else do you utilize Mysterio? He's just a scam artist.
Making Bruce Campbell or something. I don't know. That's the Raimi verse though.
Imagine if they just let Raimi do Spider-Man 4. Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, just do whatever you. Literally, just let him do Spider-Man 4, please. I'll just go at opening night.
And don't make it like a Logan. Like a depressed...
No,
just make it like Spider-Man 4.
Make it Spider-Man 4, come on.
Yeah, let him use film. Let him do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
You get people...
I need to see Logan still.
Logan's great.
Yeah,
Logan made me cry.
Amazing. Yeah. Still need to see that, because it's like Western, basically.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of references to Shane, the movie Shane.
The movie Shane, yeah.
Yeah. So, the Guardians
of the Galaxy.
James Gunn's magnum opus.
Magnum opus and the new Star Wars, basically.
Yeah, it's better than the new Star Wars.
Yeah, it's better than the new trilogy that.
I'm excited for a Superman movie because I'm in a Superman phase right now.
Yeah, My Adventures with Superman.
Love that show. Check that show out. It's awesome. It's so adorable. It's so good. Like I'm going back and watching like the original Superman movies. Like I'm in like a Superman phase right now.
So like the Richard Donner ones. Or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm still working on the first film.
Nice.
And the second and yeah. Superman's great, but
I feel like Superman is getting a revitalization after people have like Prince Live was like lame, you know.
Well,
people who have read the comics are like
people who think he's like dark, and brooding.
Oh god, that's not the way Superman should be. That's Batman.
Sorry, Snyder fans, but we're not huge on that.
dark god like Prince like god figure Superman. Yeah.
If everyone treated him like that, but he was just like a nice guy, that'd be like everyone treats him like a
it's
god.
like, whoa, guys, calm down.
Like, oh my god, I'm just here to like save cats from trees. Calm down.
Yeah.
But Zack Snyder, he seems like a nice guy. Just Yeah.
But yeah, that's our discussion. 5 movies,
Oh my god, we're back.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna be back full swing in September. It's gonna be crazy.
God.
But yeah,
Since you've been gone, out of my head, can't take it.
All right. See you guys around.
Wait, rating for the third film.
Oh, the third film, 4.
Yeah, same for me, 4.
Yeah.
All right, there's our ratings.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Love you. Mwah. Bye.